Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down the science behind peak performance. Today, we are unlocking one of the biggest secrets in tennis, something fundamental that really separates the pros from the rest of us, the split step.
If you've ever played tennis, you know this feeling. The ball just explodes off your opponent's racket, and you're frozen. Just for a fraction of a second. You start to move, but you know you're already behind. You're scrambling. You're a step late. It is probably one of the most frustrating feelings in the entire game.
Most amateur players, they fall into what I like to call the reaction trap. They stand there, they wait, they watch the ball get hit, and then they try to move. And slow motion analysis shows this over and over again. It's the classic mistake. They split step way too late, sometimes when the ball's already halfway to the net. They aren't preparing to move, they're just reacting to something that's already happened.
But what if I told you that getting to the ball faster isn't about running quicker sprints? What if the whole secret isn't in your legs at all, but it's about rewiring your brain, your eyes, and crucially, your timing? It's all about learning how to prepare your body before the ball is even struck.
All right, let's dive into this. It all starts with how elite players literally see the game in a completely different way. And this isn't about having better eyesight, it's about having a much smarter way of looking at what's happening.
The research on this is just crystal clear. While a beginner's eyes are all over the place, just frantically chasing the ball, elite players are calm. They use fewer, longer looks. And guess what? They're not even looking at the ball. They're reading their opponent's body like a book. The turn of the hips, the shoulder rotation, the racket prep, they're gathering clues to predict the future.
And this is where the data just gets so interesting. Take a look at this. Pros focused on their opponent's body almost twice as much as novices. But get this, the novices stared at the ball 3 times as often. So while the amateur is still watching the little yellow ball, the pro has already figured out the whole story and is getting ready to move.
So this ability to pull information from an opponent's body movements, their kinematics, it gives the expert brain this huge head start. They aren't waiting for the ball to tell them what happened, they've already read the first chapter of the story before it's even finished.
And we can actually measure this. It's wild. Using EEG brain scans, scientists can see that an expert's brain processes these visual clues in just under 120 milliseconds. That tiny fraction of a second, that's their secret weapon. That's the cognitive edge.
Okay, so the brain is fast. It's got the prediction, it has that 120 millisecond head start, but what good is a prediction if your body can't do anything with it? So how do pros turn that thought into an explosive first step? Well, the secret isn't just about moving. It's about loading a weapon.
The answer lies in this amazing biomechanical principle called the stretch shortening cycle, or SSC for short. This is basically the engine behind every explosive movement in sports, and the entire physical point of the split step is to tap into this power source.
The best way to picture this is with a rubber band, right? To make it fly really far, you don't just flick it. You pull it way back first. You stretch it. That stretch is the split step. It's this dynamic preloading of your leg muscles to store a ton of elastic energy just waiting to be unleashed.
And this breaks it down perfectly into 3 quick phases. First, you have the load phase, when you land your split step and your muscles stretch. Then, there's this tiny pause. And finally, the explode, where all that stored up energy is released and it just catapults you towards the ball.
I love this quote from Strength Science because it just nails it. The split step isn't just some random hop. It's a skill that unlocks your body's ability to generate force really fast. And that speed of force is what creates that blistering first step. So, we have the 2 big pieces of the puzzle now. We've got the brain's prediction, and we've got the body's spring, all loaded up and ready to go. The final, secret ingredient that puts it all together is perfect timing. Okay, this timeline is everything. Look really closely. The split step, the moment you load that spring, it happens before your opponent even hits the ball. The pro is actually in the air while the ball is being struck. They land just after contact, ready to explode in the right direction. So let me say that again, because this is the whole secret. You have to split before contact. You are loading your body based on a prediction you made from their swing, not reacting to a ball that's already on its way. This is, without a doubt, the single biggest timing mistake that almost every amateur player makes. So, all this science is amazing, but what do we do with it? How do we actually take this from the lab and use it to win a match on a Saturday morning? Let's break down exactly what you need to do. All right, here is your new game plan. First, you've got to stop staring at the ball. Force yourself to watch your opponent's body, their hips, their shoulders. Second,
Change how you think about the split step. It is not a hop, it's a load. You are loading the spring. Third, use their forward swing as your trigger. As they swing forward to the ball, you go up. Your goal is to be in the air at the moment of contact and then land right after, ready to unleash all that energy.
You know, in the end, the split step teaches us this really powerful lesson that goes way beyond tennis. Anticipation always beats reaction. By learning to read the cues, preparing the body, and timing your action perfectly, you can turn a moment of panic into a moment of power. And it really makes you wonder, where else in your life were you just waiting to react when you could be preparing to act?